In a video that I uploaded last week, I asked the community, do you want me to show you how to start a WordPress blog? And due to the large number of yeses, that's exactly what I'm going to do today. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to start a WordPress blog and start making money online. So if you wanted to start a WordPress blog and you weren't sure, maybe you started one and you got stumped and you stopped, watch this entire video because this should be pretty helpful. Hi, my name is Alston Godbolt with alstongodbolt.com. I create content to actually help you make money online and not just to put money into my own pockets. And if you want to be added to this globe, simply reply or comment down below with your city, state, province, country, and I'll get you pinned. All right, so what we're gonna do today is really simple. We are going to go from 0 to WordPress blog owner in less than 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna show you how to find niche ideas. I'm gonna show you how to find keywords and potentially even start writing. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Now, if you take a look at my screen here, the first thing that I did is I headed over to ChatGPT and I typed in list niche ideas. It was very general. I just threw it out to ChatGPT. I let ChatGPT give me some answers. And you can see here are a few different ideas to consider. Now, I have a dog and I actually had a Doberman Pinscher growing up, so I really like the idea of pet accessories for specific breeds. And what I did is I jumped over to old Google, I typed in pet accessories for Doberman Pinscher. So I thought this was a pretty good place to start, and that's how we're gonna start our blog. So now that we have this idea out of the way, we need to come up with a domain name. Now, in the past, the domain name was incredibly important. You wanted to have your domain name associated with whatever your blog was gonna be about. For example, if we wanted to do a blog about pet accessories for Doberman Pinscher, we probably want our domain name to be like Doberman Pinscher World or Planet or something like that in order to help with SEO. Now Google just reads through your entire website and they can get a pretty good idea of what your website's about. So having the perfect domain name isn't as important as it used to be. One of the examples I like to give to my students is a website called Tom's Guide. Tom's Guide seems like a guide that Tom put together in his basement. In reality, it's a tech blog that's gotten pretty big, and he uses it to write on different things from vacuum cleaners to PlayStations and everything in between. So the most important thing that I want you to take away from this is don't spend a lot of time trying to find the perfect domain name. In fact, when you are an internet marketer, you need to be faster, more than you need to be perfect, okay? I want you to understand that. Be faster than perfect. Perfect people don't make any money. People that are fast and quick to the market, those are the ones that are usually the most successful. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna head over to a website called Instant Domain Search, and we are just going to find a domain name. This is the exact domain name that I'm gonna use. You feel free to use it yourself. So our niche is about Doberman Pinschers. I'm just gonna copy this and I'm going to paste it in like this. Get rid of that space, so it could be DobermanPinscher.com. It's in red, it's taken. What we can do is we can say Doberman Pinscher Planet, like this, and that is also taken. And we could come back and add something to best. We could say best DobermanPinscher.com. That's a good enough domain name for us. That's all we need. Now we can move on to the next step. Okay, the next step is to get domain name and web hosting together. Now, web hosting is where your website will be hosted. That's where your website will live. Now, without getting too technical, in order for your website to be seen by anybody around the world, it needs to be hosted or it needs to live somewhere. And what we're going to do is I'm going to put a link to my #1 recommended web hosting platform for beginners. It's exactly where I'm going to go to make this website live, okay? So I'm just gonna grab this like this, come on over to my #1 recommended web hosting platform. There'll be a link in the description. What we're going to do is we are going to go down to where it says WordPress hosting. You can get it starting at $2.95 per month. You get a free domain name for 1 year, automatic WordPress websites, and a content delivery network included. We don't really need to talk about content delivery networks just yet. So what we're gonna do is we are going to come down to view plans, and we can have a basic, choice plus, online store, pro. I recommend in the very beginning starting off with basic, okay? You can always upgrade later, but let's just start off with the most basic plan for now. So I'm gonna click on select and we are going to create a new domain. So I'm gonna paste in bestdomainpinscher.com, click next just like this. It should be available. Great, it's available. So now we need to go ahead and create an account. I am simply going to either blank this out or hide this information so that you don't see it. And then I'm going to come back to you in just a moment. All right, so just to show you what we are going to do, I'm going to do WordPress basic hosting, 12 months, so 1 year for $2.95 per month. Hosting price $35.40. This is the domain name that we're getting for free for 1 year. And then here are some things that I recommend. I recommend domain privacy and protection. If you do not get this, people are going to reach out to you offering to do your SEO. They're going to offer to build your website. They're going to send you all sorts of spam stuff that you're going to be inundated. CodeGuard Basic, I don't know that you really need it. Single domain SSL, usually most web hosting platforms will include that for free because it actually helps protect them and their servers. SiteLock Essentials, Google Workspace, Yoast Premium SEO. So if you had to pick two of them, I would do the domain privacy and protection. And then I guess SiteLock Essentials would be okay. So total would be $83.16 for the first year. I'm just going to check out with PayPal because it's going to be much quicker. All right, so from here, you can see that I have successfully created this account. What we can do just to verify throughout the steps to show you that we've gone from nothing to something is I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste this in, and it should say something like not available. It's going to say randomness. It's nothing. Site can't be reached. Perfect. And so if we come back over here to Bluehost, we are going to create a password. I'm going to block this off so you can't steal my website. All right. So after going through some security stuff and forgetting my password, we are now hit with this screen. Give your visitors peace of mind and protect your website. They want you to buy an SSL. Like I said, in the past, they used to give these away for free. So I'm not sure why we're paying for these now, but for now, I'm just going to go to no thanks, continue to account manager, and we are going to have a look about the cabin. So if we look at this, you can see, you can give a quick tour, manage account, secure my website, protect my website, and so on. What we're going to do is we're actually going to go down to domain name. And as you can see under domain name, you can see there's some stuff that you can do. We can buy a domain name. We can do custom name servers. You only want to do custom name servers if you are actually going to host your website somewhere else. I don't recommend it if you're just getting started. What we can do is come down to WordPress hosting, and this should be where we actually create our website. So your WordPress site is ready. We're just going to click on log into WordPress. All right, so we are here. It says start setup. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get this started. I'm just going to say we've never done this before. Continue to set up. What's your website about? It's going to be about dogs, or I guess we could say pets, just in case we wanted to we wanted to change this a little bit later. So we're just going to do pets for now. What type of website is it? Can we skip all of this? Because I don't really want to do this. So if we look at this, let's go to next, introduce us to your website. I'm just going to put dobermanpinscher.com. We could say, come back over to ChatGPT, and we could say, write a web site description for the website bestdobermanpinscher.com. And then what we're going to do is we're going to actually make it shorter. I'm going to tell it to be 2 sentences. All right, so we're going to copy this like this, come back over to my account right here like this, and we're going to paste that in. Let's see, 0 characters left. How many characters do we have? So we'll just delete this. We're going to say limit to 160 characters. Limit to 160 characters. All right, so we're just going to copy this. We're going to place this in there like that. Perfect. We even have 10 characters left. We're not going to worry about social media just yet. And we are going to click next. All right, so when it comes to starting a WordPress website or blog, there are things called WordPress themes. WordPress themes modify the look and feel of your website, okay? And so if we look at this, we can change how our website looks just by modifying a theme. Now, for now, I'm just gonna pick a free theme. I'm gonna show you where to get premium themes. I recommend if you're starting a blog and you're serious about blogging, get a premium theme. A premium theme will add additional features and functionality. There will be stuff baked in that will actually make your website work and look a little bit better. For now, we're just going to pick a theme. We're just going to kind of speed through this stuff because we're going to change it in a minute, and I'm going to show you a couple places you can go. All right, so right now it's building. It should be done here in a minute. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to refresh. So right now, excuse me, we have absolutely nothing on our website. If we hit refresh, we should have something. This is our website. This is what people will see if they go to bestdobermanpinscher.com. Weird stuff about clothing, not really relevant. Now, what we can do and what I recommend that you do is go out and get a premium theme. A premium theme can run you anywhere between $40 and $99. And I'll actually put a link to my favorite place to get premium WordPress themes. But if we look at this, we can type in anything. We can type in dog, we could type in pet, and we can find premium WordPress themes. Now look at this one. It's $75, Epic Paws, dog walking and pet services. If we just sort this by WordPress, so we can filter out some of the other stuff. A WordPress dog breeder theme, Corgi. We could type in like plumber if we wanted to and find plumber WordPress themes. Don't spend a lot of time trying to find the perfect theme. Get a theme that you like and that you won't mind looking at again and again and again, and then move on to the next step. So I'm just gonna find one. I'm gonna come back up here and do like pet blog. And as we see here, pet world. Again, these themes, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. You just want to get a theme that you like to look at again and again and again. And what you can do if you want to really get into the weeds with this, and I certainly recommend that you don't, is I'm going to click on bestsellers, and I'm going to click on, let's take a look at this one. And now you can actually get an in-depth look of what the theme will actually look like. And the other benefit while that's loading is you can see it comes with additional features like a page builder if that's what you want to do. And some of these actually have, as I mentioned, other things baked in that you may or may not need. We keep scrolling here, all sorts of stuff that's baked in that you can change the look and feel of your website. What we could also do too is we can come back over to themes and just type in blog. A blog is basically, we're going to write to rank on Google, or we can use a blog to help sell products. For example, I might write a blog post about the 10 best pet accessories for my Doberman Pinscher, and then put affiliate links over to Amazon or Chewy.com or any dog affiliate program. So if we look at this, all sorts of blogs that are out there. You want something that's lightweight, something, again, that you don't mind looking at again and again and again. So if we click on live preview here, this is good enough for us. Okay, so let's just use this one because we don't want to spend a bunch of time trying to find a pretty perfect blog. We just want something that's going to help us get up and running, because what's most important is the money that we make, okay? The way that your blog looks ultimately isn't the most important thing. It's what it can do and how it can put money into our pocket. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this, and I'll come right back to you after I've made the purchase. All right, so now that I have this blog, I'm going to click on download here. It's going to download a zip file. Now, what usually happens when it comes to your zip file is you're going to take the zip file and either unpack it and upload a second zip file, or you can upload that one zip file. So I'm just gonna slide this over just like this. And now what we need to do, what we're going to wanna do is we're going to want to upload this zip file into our new WordPress blog or website. So we come back over to here. We're gonna come over to appearance. We're going to click on theme. Then we are going to click on upload, and then we can click on choose file, or we can drag and drop. So you should read the documentation, but I'm not. So we're going to drag and drop this right here. Now you may get an error, okay? If you get an error, it's okay. You just need to reach out to Bluehost to have them increase a few of your settings. So I'm going to click on install now, and I'm kind of confident that I'm going to get an error. Okay, so I didn't get an error. That's cool. If I click on activate, it should change the way that our website looks. So again, our website looks like this right now. Okay. If I click on activate, it should change the way that our website looks. So I come back over to homepage. Let's click refresh. And as you can see, it changes the way that our website looks. Simple, just like that. Now let's talk about some settings that you need to change in order to make this website your own, okay? We're gonna come over to settings. This is basically a little bit of the information that I entered before. Oh, let's do this. Let's change this coming soon status real quick. Let's go to launch your site like this. The reason why we need to do that, if people went to Doberman Pinscher bestdomainpinter.com, they would get an error like this site's not available or coming soon. Now that we've activated it, it should actually be our actual website. So I'm going to open this up in a new tab. All right, so now that our website is live, you should be able to go to it. In fact, I encourage you to go to this website yourself to test it out, make sure it works. We're going to come down to settings. All of this should be fine. You can change your location if you want. You don't have to. So I'm okay with this. You come down to writing. I am okay with everything in writing. Come down to reading. I will actually change this to our latest post. So right now, if we look at our website, it has this homepage, right? This is a static homepage. Once I save this, it's going to go to our latest blog post. So if we click Save Changes, come back over to here, and if we refresh it, if we have more blog posts, you can see Hello World shows up. When we have more blog posts here, the newest blog post will show up on top, okay? So if we come back, let's close this one. Okay, so I am okay with this. Now, very important, search engine visibility. Do not check this box. If you check this box, you will not rank on Google, and a lot of the effort that you put in will be wasted. Come down to discussion. I am okay with this. Everything that's here. Permalinks is what we want to change. Permalinks is really, really important. So right now our permalink is set up to your domain name.com / actually they have it set correctly. Sometimes, a lot of times, they'll have it set to these other permalink structures. So permalink basically means your domain name, which would be bestdomainpinter.com / and then everything after that / would be the permalink structure. In the past, the default setting would be the month and the name. So today is July 13th, and then it would be the name of our post. They have changed the default, which is really good, to post name. You want to make sure that it's set to post name. So we're okay with that. We're going to save the changes. And then if we come down to privacy, we want to make sure that we create a privacy policy. It looks like one is already used, so we're going to use that page. And then we can go on from there. Now, because we added a premium WordPress theme, it includes or comes with these plugins. So what we can do is we can actually install these plugins. Again, what I talked about earlier, the WordPress theme changes the look and feel. The plugins actually have or come with additional features and functionality. You do not want to have too many plugins. Now, when I say too many, it's usually more than 5, okay? The more plugins you have, the slower your website is going to behave and respond. So what we'd want to do is we'd want to look at these and see which ones we can live without. If we wanted to start email marketing, we'd want to have this MailChimp blog. We don't necessarily need these other ones, so I'm just going to leave them inactive. But the cool thing with this WordPress theme that we purchased is it actually comes with Opt-in Monster and WP Forms. So if we wanted to start collecting emails, we can do that. That's the benefit of using a premium WordPress theme. So let's go down to plugins. We're going to take a look and see what's already installed or what came with our premium WordPress theme. A lot of these are already installed. Read through, you might want to deactivate a few of these, like this Hello Dolly, delete and deactivate. This one up here, anti-spam. You can leave it, maybe you should leave it, but Jetpack you can deactivate. Now that we have all of that, let's quickly talk about blog posts. Now there are 2 types of pages that you can have when you're creating a WordPress blog. You can create a blog post or you can create a page. Now this might get a little bit confusing. Make sure you watch this a couple times. You can only have one page at a time. However, you can have multiple blog posts on a page. And an example of that would be our home page. This is home. We could have like 10 blog posts listed if we wanted to. And so what you're going to do is you are going to write on blog posts. You're going to create new blog posts when you're writing and ranking. Now, the reason why you want to do this is that blog posts are optimized to be SEO friendly so that they can get discovered in search by Google, Bing, and the other ones. And so let's quickly get some ideas on different blog posts to write. We can do this in 2 ways. One, we can say list keyword ideas for my blog. Hit enter. And so it comes up with some keyword ideas. Now, this is the start, okay? This is not where you want to end your keyword research. You want to do a bunch of keywords. Now, what I recommend and what I would do is if I was starting a brand new blog for Doberman Pinschers, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to use a paid keyword research tool. And I'm going to look and see which keywords they're ranking for. The reason why I like using paid keyword research tools is that it makes life faster. And again, when you are an internet marketer, speed is your money. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. We're going to copy the domain name of the website, and I'm going to put it in this Site Explorer, and it's going to extract a bunch of keywords for us to use. Now, as you can see, the website that we just went to, it ranks for 2,000 keywords. And now we can get an idea of keywords that are low competition that we could potentially rank for. For example, and you know, this might take us months to figure out if we were trying to do this for free, muzzles for Dobermans. This gets 200 searches per month. It has a keyword difficulty of 0. So that means we could potentially rank for this. Now, this is where it gets fun. This is where you jump down a rabbit hole. What we can do is we can click on muzzles for Dobermans. We are going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to take a look at the other websites that rank for this keyword. Now, when I'm looking at this, I'm looking for websites that have a low domain ranking. A domain ranking of 30 or less is considered low. And so this one is the one that we just looked at. Dogmuzzlestore.com is another one that's low ranking. All About Doberman Breed. Now, this is perfect. This has a very low domain ranking. You can see that this is a blog. Do Dobermans need a muzzle? This is another great website, DobermanPlanet.com. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up, open link in new tab. I'm going to, as you can see, this is a website. This is a blog, kind of a smaller blog or website, kind of like us. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to copy the domain name, I'm going to copy the URL of the web page, and I'm going to once again paste this right into our keyword research tool. I'm going to paste it into the keyword research tool because I want to see what keywords this web page ranks for so that we could potentially take those keywords. It ranks for 14 on that web page. Okay, and so once again, you can see where they rank, and we could potentially write blog posts that are better and take them. More importantly, we want to see what they rank for on the entire website. So it's going to scan the entire website, tell us what they rank for, and this gives us more blog posts to write on. For example, if we just tried to do this manually, we would have never known that people are looking up European versus American Doberman. And you can see that gets 2,400 searches, over almost 2,400 searches per month, and they rank in position 1. So we could go through, find low competition red Doberman that gets almost 8,000 searches per month, 0 competition. We can write on these blog posts and potentially rank. Now, what we can do, and which is really interesting and cool and strange all at the same time, is let's say we want to write on Doberman tail. Now, I recommend that you go out and you do the research and you figure out what people want to know when it comes to Doberman tail. We can come back over to ChatGPT and we could say, write a 3,000 word SEO optimized blog post on Doberman tail. Please make sure the content is unique and not copied. So what you'd want to do, if you're going to do this, is use this as an outline or a rough draft. Make sure that you go through and you read it and you add in some human information, some human element. So we're just going to paste this in like this. And while that's working, I'm going to come over to Midjourney, which is in Discord, and I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to get some images of Doberman Pinscher tails. So I'm going to click on Midjourney, and then I'm going to click on Imagine Doberman Pinscher tail. Hopefully this comes back safe for work. While that's working, we are going to pop back over to our ChatGPT so we can find it real quick. So this is our blog post. I'm sorry, but I cannot generate the 1,000 word blog post in a single response. However, I can provide. That's weird. That's completely different. That used to just write 3,000 words without issue. Okay, now it does it just fine. So ChatGPT might be a little bit moody this morning. We're getting where we want to go. So I'm just going to copy this like this, come back over to our blog post, see if we can find it real quick. Go to post, click on add new post like this, close that, and I'm gonna paste it in just like that. Okay, I'm gonna come back over to ChatGPT. I'm just gonna move this over, come back over to ChatGPT. I'm going to copy this. Now again, don't just blindly upload this stuff. You wanna make sure that you're reading it, add in the human element, add in your personality. That'll increase the chances of you ranking. So I'm gonna paste this in just like this. Let's redo some of that. And then we've gotta make some changes. For example, I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna make this a heading. I'm gonna delete this, the word count, and make it a heading. Now I'm not sure this is 2,000 or 3,000 words, but we're just going to go with it for now. All right, so now that we have this edited, we can come back over to Midjourney, and now we've got a picture of Dobermans. So I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to right click, save. I'm gonna create a new Doberman pincher folder, paste, we'll call this Doberman, like this. And then I'm going to click save. Then I'm gonna open up each one of these like this, and you'll see why in just a moment. All right, now that I have them, once again, I'm gonna save all of these as well. All right, now that I have them all saved, I'm gonna come back over to our blog, and I am going to come to post over here on the right-hand side, select our feature image, and our featured image is going to be the image of the Doberman pinchers that we just grabbed. So let's see, Doberman like this, grab this one, like that. And we're gonna set this as the featured image. So, and I'll show you what this looks like in a second. And I'm actually gonna put a link to this blog post down in the description. So I want you to take a look, tell me what you think, tell me if this makes sense. What we're gonna do here is I'm going to come back over and I'm just gonna drag this over right here, just like that. Once it's finished loading, I'm gonna just adjust the size, just like that. Then I'm gonna come back and do it again. Just like that. Once again, adjust the size. Once again, adjust the size like this. All right, there we go. That's what I want. I want to adjust it with 50%, 50%, and then I'm just going to do that with the other two as well. All right, so now if we click on preview, this is what our blog post should look like. Now what we'd want to do is probably change that image, but we're not going to worry about that right now. But this is what our blog post would look like. And I'm just going to click publish. And again, I'm going to put a link to this blog post right in the description, and you should be able to view it yourself. So this is how you create a WordPress blog and actually your first blog post. If we came back over to this website, you should be able to see now that we've got this new one uploaded, that one's there. If we look, then you can see that one as well. So guys, let me know if you have any questions about starting a website. It really is as simple as that.